Come on.
Y'all are a piece of shit, bitches.
Alright.
I didn't do shit. I'm getting arrested.
Relax.
Why am I getting arrested? Can you
Do
explain?
you see how you're acting right now?
I don't care. She fucking punched me in the face.
You don't know how to act.
The incident took place at Clearwater Beach, Florida, involving 21-year-old Ashley Anderson. What began as a typical day at the beach quickly turned into a criminal investigation when Anderson confronted a family, accusing them of staring at her. According to witnesses and the victims, the highly intoxicated woman pushed a grandmother, prompting a call to the police. When officers arrived, Anderson remained combative and refused to cooperate. The body camera footage reveals a scene of high tension as she shouted insults at both the family and the responding officers. As police attempted to take her into custody, Anderson's resistance turned physical. She struggled against the officers and, at one point, kicked an officer during the arrest. She was eventually secured and transported to jail, facing multiple charges, including battery on a person 65 years or older and battery on a law enforcement officer. The encounter involving Ashley Anderson at Clearwater Beach serves as a textbook study in how alcohol disinhibition and perceived social slights can rapidly escalate into severe felony charges. To understand the gravity of this situation, we must analyze the incident across three distinct dimensions: the psychological triggers, the tactical law enforcement response, and the legal ramifications under Florida law. At the core of this conflict is the subject's high state of intoxication. Alcohol acts as a primary catalyst, stripping away social filters and impairing the brain's ability to interpret social cues. Anderson's claim that a family was staring at her illustrates a psychological phenomenon often seen in intoxicated subjects: heightened paranoia, coupled with a sense of narcissistic entitlement. In her mind, a common beach occurrence, eye contact, was interpreted as a hostile act. This led to a fight response that was entirely disproportionate to the environment, resulting in her decision to physically shove a stranger. One of the most critical factors in this case is the identity of the victim. In the state of Florida, the legal system provides enhanced protections for senior citizens. Shoving a grandmother is not prosecuted as simple battery. It is elevated under Florida Statute 784.08, which reclassifies the offense to a higher degree of felony when the victim is 65 years of age or older. By choosing to target a vulnerable individual, the subject effectively bypassed any chance of a simple citation or a warning, forcing the officers into a mandatory arrest scenario to protect public safety. When law enforcement arrived, they were faced with a subject who was verbally non-compliant and physically agitated. Notice the officers' initial approach. They attempted to gather statements while maintaining a reactionary gap. However, Anderson's continuous use of profanity and her attempt to physically pull away from the officers moved her status from passive resistance to active resistance. Law enforcement training utilizes a use of force continuum. When Anderson began to shout insults and physically struggle, the officers moved to soft, empty hand control to secure her in handcuffs. The situation reached its tactical peak when the subject kicked an officer. In many jurisdictions, this is the point of no return. Striking a law enforcement officer, regardless of the level of injury, automatically upgrades the incident to a third-degree felony. De-escalation is a two-way street that requires a level of rationality from the subject. In this encounter, the officers provided Anderson with multiple opportunities to remain calm and tell her side of the story. Her choice to maintain a combative stance and shout over the officer's instructions closed the compliance window. From a tactical standpoint, once a subject is as combative as Anderson was in a crowded public space like Clearwater Beach, the officers must prioritize scene control and rapid removal to prevent a larger crowd disturbance or further assaults on bystanders. Ultimately, this incident highlights a tragic reality. What could have been a minor, forgettable argument was transformed into a life-altering criminal record through a series of poor decisions. Ashley Anderson's choice to resist arrest and assault an officer shifted the narrative from a public intoxication nuisance to a serious felony prosecution. It stands as a stark reminder that while the beach is a place for relaxation, the rule of law remains absolute. and the consequences of physical aggression toward the public and the police are severe and lasting.
Entirely on camera.
No reason. No
Where are you
reason.
at right now? Where you staying?
We live in Newport.
No, I mean on the beach.
Oh, we're just like here.
What's your stuff?
It's right there, but we don't care. They had an issue. She punched me. Like, I don't even know. I have
She
no
came up to
reason.
you and just hit you for no reason.
She thought we were being, I guess, excessive. So we haven't done anything. We just got back here from walking on the beach.
Okay.
Can we leave? I'm not
Well,
dealing with
there's an
cops.
allegation of a crime. So
Okay, well, I'm leaving.
You can't leave right now. I gotta figure out what's
Okay, well, it's only me. They can leave. Hope. Emily, take my keys and leave. Go.
Actually, no, stay right there.
No, they have nothing to do with it. You
What's
take
your date
my
of birth,
keys and leave. 9/21/2000. I'm not. She's on probation. I'm not doing this shit. They punched me in my fucking face for no reason.
Let me just talk to her for a second. Just back
Go.
up. Don't push her away. Just
Go.
I'm
You're not
done.
going to
Talk
jail.
to my
I
partner
will.
right here.
I'll go to jail. You're not.
I don't
Go.
want to go to jail. Talk to him for a second.
They punched me in my
Relax.
fucking. She
Okay,
punched.
so y'all just hanging
Who's
out.
my stepbrother?
Y'all just hanging out.
Yeah.
Then what
And then
happened?
she was. I guess we were having an issue with them.
What was the issue about?
I don't know. I guess we looked at them wrong.
Remember?
I don't know. There was no
Remember?
problem. That's the thing. There was no issue.
So
I'm
we-
the most least
Okay.
affrontable person.
All right, so
Can we
for
just-
whatever reason
I'm
she came
leaving.
up to you, not even yet. For whatever reason she came up to you and just punched you.
Yes,
Okay.
she decked me in my fucking
What did
face.
she say?
Do you want? Oh my god, I can go deck her ass in the fucking face.
What did she say?
She had nothing to say. She said there's kids.
Did you defend yourself? Did you hit her back?
No.
Okay. All right.
Because I know and press charges on her ass.
So hang out. I gotta get everybody's info.
There's
And this is
nothing.
your
There's
sister?
nothing to do.
She was with you? Did
Nope.
she see what happened?
Nope. Nothing to do with
you
it.
just said she was there. So
No, she was there, but they didn't see anything.
Well, I'm gonna ask
I don't
you
care. They're on
questions.
probation. I'm not doing the shit. They weren't there.
Hey, Brian, I'm sorry, man. Can you watch her? She's kind of just stay with her. I'm sorry, man. 1 second. I gotta interview everybody.
Bodycam footage shows Ashley becoming increasingly confrontational with officers.
Come on.
Y'all are a piece of shit, bitches. I didn't do shit. I'm getting arrested. Why am I getting arrested? Can you explain?
how you're acting right now?
I don't care. She fucking punched me in the face.
But you don't know how to act. That's her problem.
I'm a piece of shit bitch, and I'm gonna bust out your fucking window while I'm at it.
That's not nice.
You think I'm fucking playing?
Why are you so
Piece
angry?
of shit. You act like you're fucking entitled.
That's what I am.
That's why I'm getting bailed out. Tonight, bitch. Got me fucked up. It doesn't matter.
The public reaction to the story has been very lively. Here's what people are saying.
You got to feel sorry for people like our Ashley, letting their lives get way off the rails and mixing intoxication into their life situations. It's pretty sad. And even sadder is her family around her allow her to get wasted in public at the beach. Good Lord?
Alcohol brings out one's true personality. This girl has got mental health issues. This ends another episode of Trailer Park at the beach.
So the independent witness says that the older woman hit the younger one first, and she's the one taken to jail? Did anyone else catch that?
Funny why all of the people blaming alcohol when the core issue is lack of discipline. Empathetic women a D-positive punishment caused this mess. The alcohol just amplifies it. You see disrespectful, spoiled brat, entitled kids like her running ground everywhere nowadays. It's disgusting and sad. Things used to be way better before empathy and parents as friends, and we drank just as much back then. But we had values, morals, respect for others, etc. Sim.
Cop. No one just comes up to you and punches you in the face. The 13% and their knockout game.
Battery on a person 65 or older classification. 3rd-degree felony. Penalty: up to 5 years in prison and a fine of up to $5,000. Battery on a law enforcement officer. Classification: 3rd-degree felony. Penalty: up to 5 years in prison and a fine of up to $5,000. Resisting an officer with violence. Classification: 3rd-degree felony. Penalty: up to 5 years in prison. Disorderly intoxication. Classification: 2nd-degree misdemeanor. Penalty: up to 60 days in jail and a $500 fine.